Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of the Fintech Hunting podcast. We have an amazing guest for you today. She's an expert in title innovation and specializes in clarity, connection, and rhythm in lending. Help me welcome Meghan, Askin, Director of Lending Services at AFX Research. Meghan, welcome to the show.
Michael, thank you so much for having me. I'm very pleased to be here.
Well, it is great to have you. We had you on screen at MBA Annual. We'll go into all of that in a little bit, but where I want to start is you didn't start your career in mortgage. You didn't start your career in title. And talk to me a little bit about that background and how it's helping you really succeed and do so many amazing things in title.
Oh, absolutely, yes. Prior to coming to work for AFX Research, I worked in the wine industry on California's Central Coast. I was in sales and marketing for the winery that I worked for 20 years. And the way that informs my work now, although it's sales is sales, so, although that was direct sales and this is a much different type of selling, sales is still foundationally built on relationships. So I definitely learned that very deeply in the wine industry. And then I'd also say that I learned about storytelling as a way to connect with people and sell to people, because every wine and every winery has a story. Similarly, so does every loan and every home buyer. So those are the ways they connect.
I absolutely love it. We connected first on LinkedIn. I
Yes.
was very impressed with you. Would take the initiative. Not only would you comment with insightful comments on posts, but we started connecting. I started following yours, and I think you are a wonderful storyteller. Whether it's the stories of your love for the ocean and wildlife and everything else, I think you do a great job of storytelling and then tying it back to title, a home. And like you said, everyone's got a story. And then we had the pleasure of meeting in person at MBA Annual. You were able to shoot a quick video. So I'm glad now we can dive deeper. You did a fantastic job there. And I just love what you're doing. It's that meaningful storytelling, that content. So talk to me a little bit about how you come up with those stories, how you decide what is it that you're sharing, because it's really impactful. And I think sometimes people overthink this, and I want you to share because you do such a wonderful job with that.
Well, I think I try to strike a balance between posts that are educational and, talking about what AFX does, what our service does, how that is applicable to lenders and how that benefits them. I try to balance that with posts that give a little bit of a window into who I am as a person, what it is I care about, what my values are, and I'm hoping to instill trust in other people so that they want to work with me as a person that they trust, but also as because we deliver an excellent service.
Right. Well, and I think finding that balance, you do a very good job, and you share life
Very nice.
experiences. And
Yes.
those life experiences, I think, are what are so relatable to other people. And like, oh, okay, great. Her love for the ocean, or she's got a daughter, and this is what she's doing.
Yes.
Even before we met in person, I already felt like I knew you and knew something about you because of what you shared. So, first of all, congratulations
Likewise.
on that. Keep doing that. You're doing a wonderful job.
Thanks so much.
Now, let's take a deep breath. There's a ton going on in the title space. It's
Yeah.
2026. Give me some of the updates. What are some of the things you're seeing in title in this year, and what we can expect?
Well, I think I can speak to what we're doing in title, and so I would say that at AFX, our with the help of our very diligent dev team, we have modernized both the research process in order to deliver greater speed. We deliver in an average of 4 hours, and accuracy in our title update reports, but we're also modernizing, and since this is Fintech Hunting, we
Yep.
are modernizing the way that the data is used. So we're delivering structured data, and then we're also, well, we deliver a JSON format via
Okay.
our integration, so that is structured, and we'll soon be delivering also a client-hosted report, which is also structured data. So I can talk about all of that, but in a nutshell, I think what's happening is for modern lending workflows, it's this the way that we do our research, which is a human and AI hybrid process, and then also how we're making it really usable for lenders.
Well, I love it. You brought up two main points I definitely want to dive into deeper, right?
Great.
The
Mhm.
human and the AI. And then most importantly, this data, the reporting is
Mhm.
got to be usable, right?
Yes, 100%.
People talk about data all the time, and in the mortgage industry we're not short on data, but most of the time it's not usable. People don't know what to do with it. So let's talk about AI and the human and kind of your guys' unique approach to it.
Yeah, so traditionally title is it's a long process. It's can be error prone. Um, t- Title relies on oftentimes pre-digital workflows. We're seeking information from these county public records. There's these records are very fragmented. There's over 3,600 different recording venues in the United States. There's no standardization among them. They have their own timelines, their own recording processes, et cetera, et cetera. So in order to provide nationwide coverage, you really have to navigate thousands of different realities. So the
Right.
way that we do that is a human and AI approach. Now, AI does not have access to county public records, not on the ground, not online. So there's an access issue there. So humans have to be in the loop. So that's why we have humans and AI. So AFX has been in business for 30 years, excuse me, over 30 years. We've researched over $2.5 trillion worth of assessed property value. So we have a network across the whole country of certified title abstractors doing the research. So our process is this. The reports come into our proprietary system. We quickly validate the address and APN just using a simple aggregated report. From that point, the data has to be derived from public record. So,
Right.
we're delivering a title update report. This is compliance level information, the most current information possible. So the order comes in. Um, our system knows within seconds, because it tracks this every day, which researcher in that particular county is the most accurate and the fastest. The order goes out in seconds. Then the researcher sends the documents back to our system. So then that's when the AI comes into play. So the AI will read the documents, and these can be hundreds of pages of documents, which in the past would have created a lot of fatigue and possibly error because there's a human doing all of this.
Right.
Now we're using AI to do it. Of course, it does it in lightning fast. And so it not only reads the data, but it extracts it. And then our proprietary system, our algorithms vet over 2,000 data points, and we're checking for any kind of an inconsistency, any anomalies. Those will be flagged if anything shows up. And then on the back end, on the last step, the reports go through our human QC. So in this way, we're delivering a 0.43 business day average turnaround time, and we're delivering accuracy trusted by the federal government. The same reports I sell to lenders we sell to the SEC, the IRS, and the DOJ. So that's our hybrid process. And it's essential because humans are essential in this process to ensure the accuracy.
I love how you've approached it of humans have to be involved at the beginning. This is how we're going to start collecting the data. Then you're going to leverage automation. You're going to leverage AI so that some of that manual stare and compare, right?
Yeah,
That is very error prone,
sure.
that is very laborious for individuals. AI can do a lot of that heavy lifting. We should trust it, but we still verify it. And then you have that verification step at the end to make sure that everything is done properly. I love what you guys are doing there. You've done some incredible work there. I know you talk quite a bit about helping lenders close faster and smarter with same day title updates.
Yes.
Talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, I mean, when lenders can receive compliance level, public record sourced title information in under a day, they can make funding decisions not only confidently but faster. So the cycle times are reduced. It removes some friction from the workflow. I'm getting ahead of myself with some of the usability, but and then, they're avoiding risk. So all of that contributes to a more efficient loan process.
I
Uh,
love it. Now, one of the other things that we touched upon earlier, I want you to dive a little bit deeper, is you've done such a good job of coming in from outside, from a different industry, and really leveraging tools like LinkedIn to really start networking and becoming known. Talk to me kind of like how you decided to do that and how you approach it, because you've really been masterful at a very short period of time to gain credibility and trust in the industry.
oh, I so appreciate that. I think I just recognized early on that this was going to be how I do this. How do I contact all these people across the whole country? They're not going to pick up the phone. My emails are going to bounce. But, I went on LinkedIn and I studied and I saw people like yourself who, people who have a lot of followers and people who use their voice and people who have big titles at big companies. What are the successful people doing? And I thought, oh, this makes a lot of sense. This is what I will do. So I just dug in. It's been a process. I'm certainly, prior to a year ago, I never thought about building a personal brand or social selling for that matter. But it's tremendously useful and valuable. And so LinkedIn has been amazing. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're doing it. Like I said, you've done a masterful job. That's how we connected. Then we got a chance to meet in person. And I think one of the things that you clearly have demonstrated is you can make those connections, you can do that social selling. And when you do it right and you're genuine and you're engaging, then when you do meet people in person, it's like a long lost friend. It's like we've known each other in the industry for years.
Yeah.
And there's great power to that because there's trust and there's a relationship that's been built.
100%. And, I really love that part of, getting to a conference and meeting people and in person, but feeling like we're already friends. And I will say it's just a lovely industry. There's some people that just have been so supportive, welcoming, inspiring. There's a lot of passion in this industry, and I think there's also a tremendous amount of camaraderie and mutual
Yes.
support, and I love that. It's great to be a part of it.
Well, we are so glad that you are a part of it. For people that want to find out more about all the incredible stuff you guys are doing with Title, what's the best way that they can get a hold of you?
LinkedIn is the best way. There's a lot more I could share too about our tech, so I would encourage anyone to reach out to me. And yeah, just send me a DM on LinkedIn. It's the easiest way to do it, and I'll be happy to respond.
She does a great job responding. That's how we've connected. Meghan, welcome to the industry. You're doing so many great things. I can't wait to see all of the other cool title innovation that you guys are delivering. You do a wonderful job with that. So if you guys aren't connected with Meghan, please connect with her. Reach out, find out more of how they're delivering title, how they're making it more engaging, and the power of leveraging AI and people in the loop is truly making a difference. Meghan, thank you for being a guest on this episode of the Fintech Hunting Podcast.
Thank you so much, Michael.